Welcome back to Record Rift, the place where history, culture, and the wildest stories collide. Today, we're diving into one of the most fascinating and underappreciated stories of history, Yasuke, the African samurai of Japan. That's right, an African man not only made it to Japan, but he also became a samurai. Buckle up, because this is one incredible story. Let's start from the beginning. Who was Yasuke, and how did he end up in Japan? Well, historians aren't exactly sure about his origins, but it's widely believed that Yasuke was born in Africa, possibly in Mozambique, but the exact country is still debated. He's believed to have been brought to Japan in the late 1500s by Jesuit missionaries who had traveled to Asia. Yasuke's arrival in Japan wasn't like the typical diplomatic missions we see today. He wasn't just a visitor, he was a unique individual. Standing at around 6 feet 2 inches tall, Yasuke's stature and dark skin immediately made him stand out in Japan, where few foreigners, let alone Africans, were ever seen. In fact, his appearance was so striking that the local people were convinced he was something supernatural. But Yasuke wasn't just some exotic curiosity to the Japanese. The most powerful warlord in Japan at the time, Oda Nobunaga, took an immediate interest in him. Nobunaga, who was known for his unconventional and forward-thinking leadership, saw something special in Yasuke and took him into his service. And that's where things get crazy. Yasuke was given the title of samurai. Let's talk about the significance of this. In Japan, the samurai were a symbol of honor, loyalty, and military prowess. To be chosen as a samurai was no small feat, and it was unheard of for someone who wasn't of Japanese or noble descent to earn such a position. But Yasuke wasn't just any regular soldier. He was an elite warrior, trusted by Nobunaga himself. In 1582, during the Honnoji incident, Yasuke's loyalty was put to the ultimate test. When Oda Nobunaga was betrayed and surrounded by his enemies, Yasuke fought bravely to defend him. Though Nobunaga ultimately died that day, Yasuke's courage was widely praised. After Nobunaga's death, Yasuke's life took a turn. He was captured by Nobunaga's enemies but was later spared and sent to a Christian missionary. Yasuke's story largely disappears from historical records after this, but what he did during his time in Japan left a lasting impact. Yasuke's story reminds us of a time when borders were not as rigid as they are today, and where the strength of one man could transcend race, geography, and even tradition. Yasuke became a symbol of possibility. A man from a faraway land who rose to the ranks of the samurai. While his legacy may have been forgotten for centuries, it's safe to say that Yasuke's story has seen a resurgence in recent years. From comic books to TV shows, Yasuke is once again being celebrated as one of history's most unique and courageous figures. So, there you have it. Yasuke, the African samurai who defied the odds and made his mark in Japanese history. A true testament to what happens when history brings together two vastly different worlds in the most unexpected ways. If you enjoyed this deep dive into Yasuke's incredible journey, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to Record Rift for more stories like this. Let us know what historical figure or story you'd like us to cover next. Until next time, keep exploring the rift of history.